Sentence handed down today in a Green Bay homicide. Pedro Santiago-Marquez was sentenced to life in prison today for the murder of Jason Mendoza-Ramos in September 2021. He was also sentenced to an additional 10 years for the charge of mutilating a corpse for having Mendez's body burned. As reported, Mendez's burned remains were found after police and firefighters responded to the report of a grass fire near the UW Green Bay campus. Emily Byer was in the courtroom today. She joins us now from outside the courthouse. So, Emily, who was in the courtroom today? Who did you hear from today?
Yeah, Chris, today in court, obviously the way trials work is we have the defense and the state. Today was a sentencing, and when we hear from the victims of the family of the victims, excuse me, but then also the family of the defense, I mean, you really hear how no one really wins in court. We first heard from Mendoza-Ramos's father. He asked not to be recorded. We did respect those wishes, but today in court he said that September 27th, 2021 was the worst day of his life. He talked in great detail about how this has impacted his family, and on top of it, their two daughters, the two daughters of Mendoza-Ramos, they don't even know the manner in which he died because of how young they are, and again, the severity of this case. We also heard from his aunt. She talked about how he was a beloved nephew, was always there for people. This man was dearly, dearly loved, and he's going to be dearly, dearly missed. But then we also heard from the family members of the convicted killer. We heard from Pedro Santiago-Marquez's mother, and she very tearfully on the stand shared how they are so sorry for this and what happened, and that it's unfortunate for them as well, because now his daughters no longer have a father after the conviction, but then the sentencing here today. But we also heard from Pedro. And in court today, there was no apology. It was a simple, he claimed his innocence. He says he is innocent of this, but that he also plans to appeal. So that was essentially what we all heard in court, and again, the judge then handing down that sentencing today.
All right, that sentencing also came with the option for parole, but that is 40 years down the line. I believe that is correct, in which case Mr. Marquez would be 75 years old. So was there surprise that there was parole granted in this?
So hearing that parole rate, you know, the judge, she said in his 28-year career that he had never had someone convicted of such a serious crime without having any priors. So he really tried to take that into consideration. But again, this is one of the most serious, Class A felony is one of the most serious crimes that we have in the state of Wisconsin. So he had to keep that in account. And that date was July 19th. That is indeed Santiago Marquez's birthday. So on his birthday, when he is in his 70s, he will be, at that point, he'll have the possibility to request parole.
All right. Thank you very much, Emily, for that. More on this coming up tonight on Action 2 News at 5.